So today we're talking about the Bruen LMG that is unlockable through challenges, or if you buy a blueprint, you kind of get access to one particular class setup. So we're going to be talking about that specific weapon and where it actually fits in the meta. This was highly requested a couple weeks ago, just kind of waiting for that mid-season update, which ended up dropping. So we're going to be taking a look at how it compares to some of the more popular weapons that I would kind of compare it to. We're going to talk about why more players aren't running this particular weapon, considering it is top tier in the melt department. So if you do enjoy the video, learn something new, make sure you hit the like button. Goal in today's video is 2,500 likes, so hopefully you can help me hit that number. And if you're brand new looking to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on, so you'll be able to find your way back to the channel as easy as possible. First thing I wanted to talk about is specific damage ranges when it comes to weapons. A lot of times people are saying, well, can we see what it looks like in game? So that's what we're going to do right now. So right here is right around the 25 meter range, and that's pretty significant. We'll go ahead and skip ahead so you can see what the 50 meter range looks like. As he goes a little bit further, this is going to be right around 50 meters. And as I go ahead and fire, you can see it's still pretty deadly. Obviously in core game modes, ends up being right around 50 meters. And then when they go all the way to the wall, right around there is right around 76 meters. So that's what we're talking about when we get into the various times to kill damage range on this particular chart. Visually, what that looks like, the 25, 50 and 75 meters. So here's the overall time to kill versus distance of the popular rifles and a few of the different LMGs. Right here we have the Bruen, which is in the little bit darker blue, M4, the Ram, the Kilo, the PKM, and then the SA-87, which is an absolute melt machine. A lot of the LMGs happen to be that way, but they're so slow when it comes to aiming down sight. Sometimes 100 to even 200 milliseconds once you start building that class setup, which puts you at a significant disadvantage, literally almost double the time of an SMG to aim down sight and get into that and start that gunfight. So on the left-hand side, you can see it's the time to kill in milliseconds. So as this number gets to the top, it's a bad thing because that's the longer it takes to kill a player. Right here, 1,000 milliseconds equals 1 second. Distance in meters, which we just looked at in game, we saw 25 meters, we saw 50 meters, and we saw 75 meters. Obviously, we could have gone out to 100 meters, but you kind of get the picture of what that looks like in game and how far you're actually hitting somebody. And especially now that they added the in-game feature, when you get a long shot, you get a better idea of how far someone is, even if you haven't marked them by the time you end up downing and then finishing that player off. And what you'll notice here is that the Ram 7 is the absolute melt machine. It could be used in place of SMGs in some scenarios, but a lot of times if you're going to be running a rifle, you're going to end up having to share the ammo. So, and that's why most of the time you see the Ram 7 paired with an HDR and AX50, primarily because that takes care of these closer ranges, and then you're just comfortable in your shot as it gets a little bit further away, because usually with the Ram 7, it has a bit more recoil, so it's a little bit harder to manage. And then right here, you can see kind of all the other weapons kind of just fall in line. What we're looking at here is the Bruen chest. And keep that in mind, LMG, if you hit them in the thigh, it's going to do less damage than the upper chest, and then also in the head. So when we look at specifically chest damage, obviously if you're not hitting him in the chest, the damage is going to fall off and that TTK is going to increase. Relatively fast time to kill here. And right here you can see this orange line, which is the PKM. They're basically overlapped and they have the same time to kill. As we get over here right around 50 meters, PKM kind of drops off and then they kind of overlap. And then at incredibly far distances, the Bruen has another drop off, and that's primarily because it uses the 5.56 ammo. All the other LMGs you can see right here, we have the PKM and the SA-87. They end up kind of topping off right here. Different drop offs, and it really just depends on how you handle the recoil. As far as overall control, maneuverability, I would say the Bruen is pretty much top tier in the LMG category. Next up is probably the PKM, just an overall accuracy, but you can see kind of where the Kilo falls in. You could melt if you're using the Bruen, and that's where the Bruen's kind of clutchness comes in. If you're already aiming down sight, head to head, this already includes that delay that you get from the open bolt delay, which happens with certain weapons, some of the LMGs, the Uzi. It just kind of how it ends up working out. There's a little bit of a delay between firing and the bullets actually coming out, enough where to actually slow down your time to kill. So overall comparison here kind of fits in. Very competitive, ends up melting well beyond the M4, and you can see it kind of goes with the M4. and then it ends up dropping off just a little bit at further ranges, but overall very low manageable recoil. Now let's talk about the individual recoil patterns. So when it comes to various recoil patterns, I've gone through the various attachments, and you right up on the top left, you can see the overall aim down sight time, keeping in mind that a fully stacked rifle usually sits between around 300 to 330 milliseconds when people are stacking them for Warzone. If you're doing it in multiplayer, a lot of those rifle class setups are between 250 to 280, just because you want a little bit more speed when it comes to multiplayer. It kind of gives you just a heads up. The little top right is how much it's affected by that specific attachment. Obviously, it's just the base recoil goes up and then a little bit to the left, and these are all done with 50 bullets. So 50 bullets here, 50 bullets there, so 100 bullets total. Muzzle brake, you can see you're getting a little bit of reduction there, 13 milliseconds slower. The compensator is helping out quite a bit. It cuts down a huge chunk on that recoil. And then you can obviously see it's overlapped on the original recoil. So you can kind of see that color coding going on there. We have the summit barrel, which is helping a little bit, not significant. The para barrel isn't helping much, but a lot of times what this one's going to do is going to help you have faster aim down sight time, which is huge. And when you're looking at them head to head, it doesn't look like you're getting hurt by the recoil control department, but the bullet velocity is significant when you get into these types of attachments, because if you're reducing your bullet velocity, you're going to reduce the range, which is one problem, but it also makes it harder to hit your targets at range because the bullets dive towards the ground a lot faster than they would if you had the longer barrel on. But obviously you are getting penalized significantly by running the longest barrel versus one of the shorter barrels that's going to speed you up. Then we got the Commando foregrip helping out a little bit. Merc helps, and then it looks like the Ranger is probably helping out the most. Operator's kind of pretty even with the Ranger, but for the penalty, you might as well go with the Ranger. Rubberized grip is definitely helping. No stock attachment will hurt the weapon. I know in the previous video when I was talking about the optics that there are some benefits when you do run the VLK or the Canon hybrid, but it ends up being very inconsistent in case by case. So in this particular case, it looks like it's helping out significantly. And odds are if you're using this as your ranged option, you're definitely going to want an optic on this thing, especially for as slow as it is. Not going to be your close quarters engagement. Even if you went to the fastest ADS, like we're going to see here, you can get it down to 200 milliseconds, but your recoil is going to be a little bit harder to manage and basically off the charts. When it comes to the Canon hybrid, you're getting a similar benefit. It really just depends on your preference, but you can see that the Cantit is significantly slower than the VLK. Fastest ADS time, 200 milliseconds. This cuts it down huge, and that's basically all the attachments that's going to speed up your aim down sight time. Lowest recoil, basically looking at the various recoil patterns here and combining all the attachments that are going to help. That gives you a low recoil, and then we end up with balance, which there isn't a huge difference here, but there also isn't a huge difference in the recoil control either. So now let's go ahead and look at the head-to-head with the individual class setups. So quick, easy to read chart here. Basically, we have the class setup on the left paired with what that individual recoil is going to look like on the right. Obviously, these are extreme cases, so if you're feeling like you want to adjust for some attachment or another, maybe you get rid of one of the attachments and swap it out for another. I think almost mandatory on the LMGs, you're going to need that extra mobility that the 60 round mag gives versus having a 100 round mag or whatever the case is on some of these options where they have 200 rounds. Overall, the low recoil you can see right here on the Bruen is pretty much all stacked with every attachment that's going to help recoil control. And then obviously the balanced one is more practical because we're going to be running the monolithic suppressor, which you're typically going to run in Warzone. You have the longest barrel for the longest range, a little bit of recoil control, even though it was minor there or non-existent, but the bullet velocity ends up coming in clutch. We also have the tac lasers, which is going to help out your overall aim down sight time. That's pretty much the only thing helping you out in that category, stacked with the 60 round mag. And then the VLK, which will slow you down, but not quite as much as the Canon hybrid. And you can kind of see how the various things work out there. That ends up being the class setups. Obviously, this is kind of a fan favorite. I think more people would use this one, especially like streamers, content creators, because when they do, it absolutely destroys players. But the biggest problem is, even though it has a good fast reload when you have the 60 round mag, it's just way too slow to compete with like the M4, because by the time you've already aimed down sight, the M4's already fired 3 or 4 bullets in you and dropped that time to kill and close that gap. And the same thing that we're seeing with the Kilo, the M13, Still the Growl, which is definitely dominant, even though it did kind of get a significant nerf. So let me know down in the comment section, are you a fan of the Bruen, and do you think more people should use it? Do you think it needs a buff? Do you think it's perfectly balanced? Well, what are your overall thoughts on it? And with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with some gameplay showing off what the Bruen can do. The only difference is that the balance class, I was using a commando foregrip instead of attack laser, and primarily that's before I actually did all the testing and figure out what was the best attachments. So that is the only difference. But hopefully you guys do enjoy the gameplay. If you did enjoy the video or learn something new, make sure you hit the like button. You want to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, definitely make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Do appreciate all the support on the content. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.
Like over
yeah.
Feels like years since we've done
what the
this,
hell
dude.
Did you guys see that?
RPG.
Ooh,
I just got shot.
where was he at? Oh, right there. Yep,
Up the hill.
I broke his armor. He's right here. I got downed.
Cannot see him.
He was behind the wall. There's two there for sure.
In the wall side.
Above you, above you. Killed him.
I see people inside as well.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's one hit inside. One hit inside. I've knocked another guy.
Oh, there he
Where the
is.
fuck is this guy?
Oh, he turned around. There he is.
That's not team whack.
Yep, I don't know where his boys are. I don't have a line of sight.
Disabled.
Planting explosive.
Well, what the hell
They
was
have
that?
He's down, thirsted. Whoa.
I'm getting shot from I don't know where, dude.
From above, I think. There he is. I can't mark him, but he's above. Like on this side.
Oscar Mike.
I see.
I'm plating.
RTB for resupply.
Yeah, we haven't really had any of those contracts, so maybe the fire sale will come. But yeah, these guys are up by the buy. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, up above.
Yeah, he was up there and then saw me and dropped down.
Oh,
dude.
somebody got bought back on this left side over here by those houses.
Moving.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
coming to pick you guys up.
Gas is moving.
That guy's gliding in. I broke his armor.
Easy.
There's 2 in there. I think I'm gonna walk up.
Yep.
Yeah, same. Whoa.
Hitting armor. Inside the window.
I'm getting closer.
Hit white.
No hit.
I thirsted your kill.
One down. One finished.
I've knocked 2.
One's downstairs. I don't know where he went.
Came up.
You got him, nice. There's 4 of them over here.
We
I'm
going for the
gonna,
king, or-
I can go by low. I think I'm gonna go by foot.
Yeah.
I should be able to get a different line of sight
He's in a vehicle.
than you guys.
Oh, I thought we were going king, dude.
No, the
We're
king
not.
will be able to get right after. He'll still be there. Most likely.
Jumped out.
Oop.
I got
I
you.
got hit with a silenced RPG.
Team wiped one guy.
Oh my god, the silent RPG again, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Holy.
I've got hit by a silenced RPG. That is not good news. That's scary.
Yeah.
To be fair, everyone, this whole team are all holding RPGs, so I believe him.
What?
What?
Yeah, the foul is stupid fun. All right, these guys went up top.
Hostile.
Where's this guy
Look,
gliding down
jump
from?
in the heli, Jump in the heli.
Well, good for him.
I was waiting for him to jump in the heli. I had a C4 on it.
I had him cracked.
All right, we gotta work our way back to these dudes.
Yo, go get this. Go get that bounty, please.
Okay, I'm gonna work my way there while you guys
Yeah.
get the bounty.
One's over
Yeah,
there, I
me-
get
go
it.
get the bounty. Me needs to go get it. Just in case it's like a whole squad over here.
Yeah,
or
this
some
guy,
shit.
he's over there by that vehicle. He's trying to get his team back. Yeah, the Bruin's pretty good. Such a live marker. That thing is bizarre.
Positive ID on the bounty target.
That's different
Oh, he's
people.
right there. You wanna push that?
Yeah, we can go for him. Do you believe in us? I believe in us.
We got to get over here before this guy disappears.
Wait, is he flying?
I think he's
No,
on
he's
the
right here.
vehicle.
He's right here.
Our guy's
I
right
hope
next
he
to the
up.
vehicle.
I got lasered like a...
Oh, his boys are coming back. His boys are coming back.
Dude, he lasered
inside
me
the room?
with the Uzi. With the Uzi from 100 meters.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
He got
believe
all his
that?
boys back.
Your teammate was sent to the Gulag. They'll fight for a
He
chance
dead.
to redeploy. The bounty target
Good
is
job with
down.
them scopes.
Well done.
He lasered me with the Uzi from the
One just
range.
dropped down there.
Position.
Plating.
Green pink.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB
Feels like they're grouping back up.
Yep.
There's one on the right out of bounds, and then there's two on the left.
Captain inbound. Marking new
Didn't
safe
hit any
zone.
shots.
Your
He's
teammate
got UAV.
Send
Nope.
command.
Where are they
Gotcha.
at?
Oh my god.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Down one.
Down to the other. And down the last one. I don't know where the other one is. He's inside the house. Watch out.
Mark the target.
He thirsted you?
MK2.
Yeah, he
That's
hit
right.
all headshots with the Mark II.
I did got rid of him.
Dude, you got to buy me
Your
back.
teammate was sent
Yo,
to
I don't know
the
why
Yep.
you ran out there easy. That was crazy. You should never have run in the open like that.
No, not...
March.
Yeah, I still got 10k when I respawn.
Yeah, 42k.
God have.
I never had this much.
Around 30K.
I feel guilty.
Dude, I just knocked like 4 of them, dude. I just couldn't keep. They kept rezzing each other.
Requesting recon on my position.
So annoying.
UAV entering the AO.
They honestly traffic as well. That's,
recon on my
that's
position.
what I'm
Okay,
more
the
annoyed
guy
about.
is camping. He's camping inside that building, the other one. So we at least know where he's
Can
at.
you buy us the loadout, please?
I can.
Thank you.
I only
Chuck it
got
down
30
the
seconds left.
Chuck it down, yeah.
Loadout
dude.
drop on the way.
Don't kill anybody for 30 seconds, guys.
Yeah, these other guys are moving up, but there is a guy inside Firehouse.
Okay.
RTB for resupply.
Kill these people behind.
Yep.
UAV overhead.
There's 3.
Yep, I'm going.
They're shooting from up above. Yep.
Drop on the way.
Don't shoot
I'm with
yet.
you.
Oh, no, no,
I'm
no,
behind
no,
you.
no.
Yeah, they're not looking at us, so we've got the perfect flank here.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
You going for the 2 on the right?
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
One on the left. Watch out. He's self-resing on the right. I downed him again.
Taking contact.
I'm plating.
2 dead. One more behind me. Where is he inside?
Upstairs. Second floor.
EOD.
Let me execute him.
He's done. No, I was. We gotta move. The zone's already collapsing.
Zone's coming, bud.
I got you.
There's the full team over here.
One dead.
I don't have a gas mask.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Just go. Just stop them from getting me.
2 down.
Don't worry about me. Do not worry about me. You'll die.
You got this. Go.
Oh, damn it.
They're gonna die. They're gonna die.
Every
Go, the zone.
They're all dead. They're all dead.
Yeah.
Woo!
Holy shit, dude.
That was fun.
Yeah, dude.
Now for the money, please.
Yep. I'll drop some money here.
Team 6 players. Okay.
Oh,
2
guy up
of them are
top.
below. They're gonna die. Wait, below us? No, above.
He's right here. They're coming up. Right here. They just landed. I broke him.
Cracked 1.
Yeah, their boy got him back. He had the thing on the bottom. Whoa.
1 cracked. 2 cracked. 2 cracked. Oh my god.
Sandwich
Down the
here.
other.
planting
What
explosive.
happened, boys?
Down to both.
I got shot from
Dude,
behind. dude.
they all got their loadouts. They all got their loadouts.
Yeah, they jumped on their loadouts. Okay, we got enough. Whoa, whoa.
Where are we getting sniped from? Is that up tower?
I think so.
That
I gotta
team
reload
down
my
below,
guns.
Team white down below.
Okay.
All right, we can't get to the buy station now. So,
But play nice, dude. You got this.
yep.
You got
Where are
this.
they?
It's
One in
4v4.
tower.
Moving out.
Wait.
You just jumped.
Wait.
They below are dead. Just ignore them, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just worry about them
3v3?
in fire station. In fire station.
Oh, I just saw him up top, right here. On the, he's on that platform.
Gas is inbound.
They gotta rotate towards us, so
Oh, perfect zone.
they might jump around.
Yeah, one
We'll
was
see.
in the
Anyone
tower.
needs plates? I got
Yeah,
one
he
plate.
jumped out the back.
Okay.
Oh, there he's up top.
White.
Okay, it's 3v3. So
Yep. Gotta wait for him. Where they at?
Well, they're gonna come out, so.
100%.
Coming out.
Friendly precision.
snipe.
I'll tap you. Oh, there he is at the door.
There you go. Where's the rest of his team?
He's coughing. Did they work themselves around?
Is someone behind you guys?
They gotta be below us, no?
Only 5 remain.
Oh, I know where
Finish
they
the
are.
job.
They're coming up here.
I'm moving.
They're coming up here.
There they are.
That was it? No, there's still
They
one
know
more.
they're dead, dude. They know they're dead if they do that.
Primary objective.
Oh, there goes. GG's.
GG.
16 kills.
Nah,
though,
we
not
good.
bad.
We good. Not bad. I think I had a few. I don't know.